Make sure we're live. PC build stream part 2. Live. That's the same stream we were just on. You won't stream live with the new stream, right?
I didn't live right now.
Let me check for live. Yep, we're live. Just your computer. Okay, we are back, guys. Not sure what happened there.
I have 2 live streams going on at the same time.
Just do the other one will eventually time out. You guys didn't miss anything. We went back for you guys. Hold on, factory heat sink now. I'm not using that for water cooler. Before I put it back in the case. We are not using the built-in CPU cooler mount motherboard. We're actually using the one that comes with it. Actually, no. Actually, we are using the built-in one. Disregard that. It's different. AIOs come with different mounts or whatever, but pretty much you have a screw pack labeled AM4, so it's in the AM4 socket. And we're going to take these and screw it in. Jadon in here or something? I didn't hear him. I think he's still outside. He wasn't here earlier. Now, for those wondering, all we did right now was we just went ahead and installed the brackets that hold on our AIO once we do get that installed. The factory ones hold on like a factory heatsink or a heatsink that uses this little clip. We're not using that. Keep that with your motherboard though if you are doing a system like this, because if you ever want to sell the motherboard again, you may need that, and getting replacements for that, good luck. But now we've got all 4 stand-ups installed, so now we are ready to install the PCBs. So, anyhow, let's go ahead and pop that in here. Align our IO shield so it's flat at the back. And then now we go ahead and put our screws in. Just gotta look at this thing to make them cough. Like the new stream, everyone, please. Helps Jose's channel out a lot. What did we do with those screws? I mean, what did I do with those screws? But what did you do with those screws, Jose?
You guys see me squeezing my nose because my ears are trying to pop. I'm trying to pop my ears and it's very annoying.
Why are your ears up?
I don't know.
We are not actively driving down a hill currently, Jose, so.
What?
I don't know why your ears are popping.
When will first TC stream be, Jose? Tomorrow? Question mark?
Maybe. Depends how late I stay up. Because they had to install windows and stuff on this, so once it's built. Because it's going to be like, yeah, you're staying up all night. What time is it then? 11:02? You're already falling asleep?
No.
So, tighten these up here actually real quick. Use those to line it. So now, since our graphics card's not going in the PCI slot directly, we have a PCI Express riser. Now we got to shove our fingers in here and get that into the slot. So here, look at how painful this is. You got to get this into that big old slot. There you go. Tiny, very tiny. Cool. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We're going to hold our power cable to the side. And we're going to go ahead and get our front panel I/O done. So, HD audio is actually under this heatsink, so I'm going to take this heatsink back off temporarily. For any of those wondering, if you're doing a small form factor build, you take things apart a lot and put it back together a lot because there's not much space to work with. So if you are doing one of these type of builds, just know it is more of an advanced type build. But pretty much, you got your front panel connectors. This is your audio connector, so if your headphone or microphone jack. So we bring this up here. This is up here in the front of the board, so there's that missing pin. That connects right there, in that tiny little spot. HDI. Install. Right. Let's see what's saying.
Was he getting sleepy? No.
Yes, it is. You want a minute, huh?
I have sleepy time.
Yeah. Maybe there's nothing back here that we're going to need. RGB headers, we're not doing any of that. Okay, cool. And yeah, the front of the press that's front panel. So go ahead and put our heatsink back on.
I'm in the 30s.
You what?
I'm in the 30s. You were asking about vlog admin.
Oh. So I thought you were saying you're at 30 viewers. I'm like, oh, that's a record. Record's 26 tonight so far.
So do you drink energy drinks? I can't drink energy drinks. Or coffee? I don't like coffee.
What tea? I just dropped the screen.
I have tea, but it doesn't have caffeine in it. You can make myself a cup of coffee. Just stay up for hours on it.
You just need some Red Bull. Red Bull does not give Jose wings.
Fun fact. When I was studying business, there's a lawsuit that a guy had put on Red Bull. It was about the slogan, you know the slogan, Red Bull gives you wings. He had sued Red Bull. I'm trying to remember it correctly. Might be wrong on it a bit, but the guy had sued the company, Red Bull, for 400, 600? It was like $680 billion. Yes, billion with B or million. I think it was billion. I don't think I have any. Yeah, he sued them for basically a bunch of money, a lot of money, and he won. He won the lawsuit, and so that guy's set for life. All because of the slogan, Red Bull gives you wings.
I need one of those lawsuits. Not to me. You guys know what I mean.
But yeah, pretty crazy when you think about it.
This is your front panel USB and power connectors. You know, the front power LEDs. It's a bit weird.
Yeah, I know. I know the whole lingo. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You sure you do?
Mm-hmm.
You sure you're sure?
So we got some RAM. This is a case. We got some cables here. This one's for the headphone jack.
Not just the headphone jack.
And this is for my mouse and my keyboard. That's for RAM. And then we have a processor and a motherboard. And this is my beefy power cable.
Beefy.
You're welcome.
It's not beefy. It's not even 30 yet.
Carl said you just want the money.
What?
Carl said you just want the money.
Oh yeah, pretty much. I don't want any of the house. Just give me the money. I'll take them.
Or you could be like the old lady that sued McDonald's.
Help! I'm McFarlane.
Have you guys heard about that lawsuit? It's a pretty famous one. It's the coffee one. So supposedly, the way the story that it goes is a woman, elderly lady, had been in the drive-thru, I think it was. And she had gone through a drive-thru in McDonald's, and the McDonald's coffee temperature at the time, the thing that they would set it to, was 125 degrees.
I just noticed off the top of your head.
And it's interesting stuff, articles. But apparently from McDonald's point of view, they had said the reason for it being so hot is because people would pick it up in the morning, of course, and they would drive to work, and by the time they get to work, it'd be a good enough temperature to where they're able to sip it and drink. That's not the case here. But yeah, Marvin said, yeah, lady had a 3rd-degree burns. Oh, it's 140 degrees. Yeah, I was getting there, Marla. You just jumped the gun, as we say. But yeah, long story short, she didn't want to sue at all. But yeah, her family attended for her and was pushing her to basically sue. And long story short, basically, hey, it's Parker. What's up, Parker?
What's up, Parker?
Wait, that's the same Parker, right? Yeah, it's the same Parker. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, basically, it's all under NDA. Like at McDonald's, old lady, no one's allowed to speak on it, or both parties aren't allowed to speak on it, I guess. But they settled on a certain amount of money, but I guess the certain amount of money that was said wasn't even enough to cover the hospital bills, apparently. But yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Sorry, it's taking forever to do the front panel. I'm very used to do the cables.
So then you use it. It's Parker.
What Parker? What Parker's?
He said, I've been looking forward to your new PC. The new PC set.
Got one cable.
I know what this is. Metal.
What type of metal?
It's the metal that's used for a PC.
There's multiple metals used in the PC.
This is there's two pieces. This is Oh, these my fans?
Yeah, it's your OnlyFans.
Anyways.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Sarah online.
Sarah not helping on
No, she's not in the chat.
She's probably working.
Mm.
Yes. I know what these are.
What?
These are called tweeters. Tweeter notes.
Those are wire
It
cutters.
says it right there. Copper wire.
You can also trim bushes with.
You ever think of it like a bonsai tree? Spray it down a little bit. Get a good design.
I have no idea who I'm listening to right now.
Or as they call it, the landing strip. You also have the occasional the arrow that says.
I think you're talking about a different type of brush.
Oh.
Yeah, we're making fun of the fact that Eric went and trimmed the trees with it outside.
Yeah. Hey, it worked.
It was funny, we were making fun of you today about that.
Why? It worked.
So,
The
Sarah?
driveway looks good.
We said it, we told Sarah it, and then Sarah's like, he should just get a bush hog. I was like, I don't know what would be more ridiculous. With that,
bush?
Yeah,
What's a
it's,
bush
it's like a $20,000.
No, that's called a brush hog.
Oh.
A
Well,
boy, it's a brush hog.
Okay.
You told him you had a
Good,
tractor.
it's one letter. Eric.
Same thing.
Relax.
And we're like, I don't know what would be more ridiculous, him using that to trim a tree or wire cutter.
There'd be no tree left.
They both would be pretty ridiculous, just for the tree.
There'd be zero tree left at that point.
Yeah, Parker, hope the footage
Hey,
was good for you.
you guys are taking a long time on
It's gotta look good.
this. It's kind of
Here, go show up the nice wiring here to everybody. I don't trust that they can do this part.
As you guys can see, it looks beautiful. Look, and there's the side. And look at all the wire.
How many HDMI cables do you have
beautiful.
on this?
Huh?
How many HDMIs, or is it all of it?
It's 3 display port, 1 HDMI.
I hate that about PCs.
What do you mean?
It's annoying.
DisplayPort's an awesome cable.
I don't care. I don't have any DisplayPort cables. All I have is HDMI.
If your monitor supports DisplayPort, it comes with one.
Yeah, but then I lose it.
Well,
Thanks,
don't lose
Parker.
it.
I know, it's a
You don't use
it's a
it.
pain in the ass to edit, but we're getting there.
What?
He's talking about Vlog 50. Pain in the ass to edit, but we're getting there. Slowly but surely.
Who's your phone guy?
Name's not Shirley.
Who's phone?
Jose's. Is that what's plugged in?
No, I just plugged it in.
Alright, now we got the motherboard in, so now we're installing all this stuff so we can put a radiator in the case.
I thought there was just a radiator in a car.
Put a radiator in the computer.
Did you put oil in the?
No, not yet. I didn't get a chance to stop there. I was rushing home, so because Jose wanted to build his PC. I'll deal with that tomorrow.
We needed to get, what's it called? Oh, this is rubber. This is weird.
Jose and I were jamming in the car on the way back too. So
To Jose's music or Eric's music?
Jose's music actually on the way back. The way down was my music.
So, Mark said it's Eric's favorite store, Micro Center.
I don't know what my favorite stores. I miss my Microsoft stores. They don't have those anymore, sadly. But
Lion's Den.
huh?
Lion's Den.
No. Maybe your favorite store if you're thinking of it.
Every time we go to Columbus, he wants to go to Lion's Den. I just wait in the car. He goes in for 30 seconds. I don't get it.
Parker said, I don't know, Eric, but man, he seems like the smartest person. I can see him being the next Elon Musk.
I need a company like PayPal that I can sell.
It's Sarah!
Sarah! Bestie, how you doing?
Oh my gosh, these are so big already.
That's what she said.
I'm gonna mail those, or fetching, whatever you fetch
Hey Marlo, apparently my name's Marlo.
I called Marlo Eric today. To Sarah. I was talking to Sarah. I'm like, yeah, Eric, and I'm like, fetch Marlo.
Gotcha. Okay, radiator time.
Welcome, sir. Welcome to the stream.
Thank
Aren't you glad you guys can see my beautiful face for this stream and then next stream?
you. Mine. There's your radiator.
Welcome to Radiator Springs.
What state's Radiator Springs is it?
Colorado.
No.
Nebraska.
No, that's even worse.
Idaho.
Arizona or New Mexico?
New Mexico.
I don't know. It's Arizona or New Mexico. I don't know which one it is.
No.
Somebody Google that.
What's the question?
Where Radiator Springs from the Cars movie was.
It's in Arizona. I called it. I totally didn't look it up.
Didn't look it up.
Party Poison said, "What's the graphics card?"
So it's an RTX. No, sorry. We were gonna do an RTX 3060. They ran out of stock right before we bought it, so we went Team Red and we did a RX 6600 XT. So, and it's from MSI, one of my personal favorite brands of motherboards and graphics cards. So, awesome. We were on a budget, so.
Yeah. Keep in mind, we were on a budget of the golden bits.
I'm gonna learn you here real quick. Okay. So we have fan and radiator. Well, radiator minus fans right now.
Okay.
There's the pump. This goes on the CPU and cools the CPU. Okay. So you have two choices for mounting your fans. Okay.
What's the best way of doing it?
So you have choice number one, which puts it in a push configuration. You're pushing air through the radiator.
Okay.
Downside with this method is that for cleaning purposes, is that if you're blowing a bunch of air, as you know, I have something stuck in the fan, as you're blowing a bunch of air, it's getting stuck in the front of the radiator.
Mm-hmm.
In order to clean that, you got to take it all apart. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put this in a pull configuration, so that when you want to clean this, when air goes through this, you just go clean right here. You hit it with the air compressor or vacuum cleaner. And I think we're gonna. I'm just gonna make sure I'm gonna mount this.
That's right, Kara.
What Carson?
She said in the little star emojis, it says, pretends to know what you're talking about.
Jose's very good at pretending. We're at 21 people on stream.
What's up, Sarah?
Okay, how about the slide this side? Okay. And so we didn't do RGB fans. Those cost a lot of money. So we kind of kept things reasonable. And so we're just using the built-in, just all black fans from NZXT.
And
We
plus,
just-
RGB was just, I don't know.
Jose didn't care for RGB, so
I mean, we still got some.
and the memory sticks, that's it.
That's it.
Well, actually, no, the cooler has it on it too, but it's your choice on how you do that.
But I didn't see it as too much of a big deal. I know that I knew that I wanted to put at least one or two RGB.
Budget was important.
That too. But I know that I wanted to put at least one or two RGB just in case, like, for like the picture afterwards. You guys know, because I feel like you guys would want to see like a really quality picture of it, you know. So.
put a washer on each one of these long screws. Thank you. Appreciate it. This is the fun and meh part. Trying to line all these. Where's my not engaging? Oh, that actually went. Cool. I'm not tightening these down all the way because we don't know the exact placement. We're putting them in the slots for it. What's going on?
There you go. Just looks weird without the pin, without a pinned message. It's just
It'll disappear.
uncomfortable. No, the pinned message.
Oh, I'm just not having it.
Yeah, it just looks weird every time.
So now we're going to go ahead and lower this assembly. It's not centered or anything yet. We're going to lower this down into the top of our case.
Look how tiny it is.
Oh.
What? Now what?
This piece of metal only goes on one way. I put it on backwards. $27 people is it's a record. That is a record, buddy. Thank you everybody for joining Jose's stream today. Let's get him to monetization. I will tell you one thing, it was very fun spending Jose's money today at Micro Center. That's the first I've gotten to do that, so that was fun.
Fun when it's not your own money.
So traveling for work, the best. I used to work for a company that had pretty much a non-existent spending budget for food costs while you're on company trips, and that was quite an experience.
Hell, if it's like that.
You don't need to do anymore.
Go all out. Is it the right way on?
Huh?
Is it on the right way now?
Oh, maybe. About to find out. Too bad Jared's asleep, Sarah. I'm sure he'll be watching the video on demand tomorrow or something.
Adios, Marlo.
Marla, want to go? Night, dude.
We will. We'll have lots of fun doing this.
Jose's just falling asleep.
No. I don't know that it's on right.
See how there's a divot and it goes down there? Funny part is this is actually smaller than my PC. I built